The true threat to North Idaho College is not what you've been led to believe. The far left does not want to lose control of the college. Remember problem, reaction, solution? It appears they want to scare you into putting leftists in charge of the board. Did the people who blame the accreditation issue on conservative board members create the problem on purpose to manipulate Kootenai County voters? You decide.
I vote no confidence in the current board's ability to oversee the college. Are we wanting to throw the entire board under the bus?
I do think that a vote of no confidence in the board is warranted. Clearly we could direct it at the chair. Honestly, I think they need a lesson in how boards are supposed to conduct themselves.
I don't think we're in a position to say he should, resign from the board. I think he's elected official.
Have you ever stopped to ask, who brought the accreditation under review and why?
I was just thinking about how the document ultimately could impact accreditation going forward, and that could maybe have some teeth for some changes in board policy if an outside entity looks at it and says, okay, well, the faculty gave a vote of no confidence on the board or on the board chair. That suggests that there's dysfunction.
The outside entity that sent the letter of complaint to put accreditation at risk was the Kootenai County Task Force on Human Relations, of which Board of Trustee member Christy Wood had been president of. The media, working closely with the Liberal board members, would like the community to believe accreditation was at risk because conservative board member Todd Banducci was such a threat to NIC. The WHO is revealed in a letter of complaint that is requesting a full investigation by the NWCCU and the U.S. Justice Department into violations that would threaten the accreditation of the college. Now, let's take a look at why. Some who have been in control of NIC claim here that civil liberties are being violated. But what are these rights that are under threat? Are they really afraid of Chairman Banducci? Or are they afraid of the conservative values that the majority of voters in Kootenai County hold? What you are about to see are the parts of the story that some would prefer you to not know. Here you see they complain. In a legislative town hall meeting held in Kootenai County, several Idaho state legislators strongly criticized the NIC Diversity Council and diversity programs as well as diversity efforts, stating, "We need to take back control of the NIC board." The legislators advocated for the re-election of Mr. Banducci and two other candidates, who were elected partially based on the idea of eliminating tax-based diversity initiatives. Many students reached out to Chair Banducci for help when their free speech was violated, or when they were bullied and shamed for their religious convictions or conservative political beliefs by leftist professors. To see examples of leftists actually violating academic freedom at NIC, click the link below. Another complaint in this letter reveals an email response to a concerned student by Banducci in which he says, "I am battling the NIC deep state and liberal progressives here are quite deeply entrenched." According to the writers of this complaint, let's take a look at what they believe Todd Banducci's most grievous violations are. Although many of their claims prove false and simply slanderous and were not able to be used to threaten the accreditation as was the original intent, here are some specific and provable examples they cite. Infringement on free speech. Banducci objected to omitting the phrase "under God" while reciting the Pledge of Allegiance at NIC graduation. Here, they write, "One of the latest troubling developments from the new board majority has been a discussion on whether to overrule the NIC president's mandate that everyone must wear a face mask on campus." And here we see what is most important to the complainants. We believe that at least 3 criteria have been severely violated: student learning, specifically global awareness, cultural sensitivity and diversity, non-discrimination, and academic freedom. So after hearing this information, why do you think this leftist progressive organization wanted to put NIC's accreditation under attack? Was it a pre-planned solution to undermine the wish of the conservative electorate in Kootenai County? The Friends of NIC team ran with a trumped-up accreditation narrative, using it as a scare tactic to manipulate voters into electing their candidates, even though NIC's own website clearly indicates accreditation is not under threat. It appears this sequence of events, the faculty letter of no confidence, Christy Woods' Human Rights Task Force official complaint, and the Friends of NIC campaign of accreditation at risk, is a pre-planned and coordinated attempt to undermine the voters of Kootenai County. Let's send a message as a community. We will not be manipulated by fear-mongering tactics, and we care where our tax dollars go. Or just go back to sleep, CDA, and watch our town turn into Berkeley.